Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I have a huge amount of Yeezy information for you. So Kanye tweeted out the entire Yeezy lineup for the rest of 2020. And who else but Kanye? You wouldn't see Nike tweet out their entire lineup for the rest of the year. Now we've got a lot of shoes that we kind of had a good idea about, and we also have a lot of kind of new things that we really didn't even know was coming. So I'm gonna put the image up on the screen. So this is exactly what Kanye tweeted, and as you can see, it's literally a sheet of paper showing the entire year all the way from January to December. You can see how they kind of separate it by quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four. So you can see we are pretty much in quarter four now, and you can see a lot of Yeezy releases for quarter four. I mean, I would say the majority of Yeezys were set to release at the end of the year. Now there has been a few changes to the dates and some of the releases on here, and again, this is all subject to change. So even some of these that Kanye has tweeted, they can be pushed back. It's not necessarily up to Kanye or Adidas. There's just unforeseen issues that could go along, maybe with manufacturing. Of course, we are in a global pandemic, so there's a lot of things that could change. So what we're gonna do is just go month by month and discuss some of these releases because they are pretty insane. And I think it's really cool to see, you know, a sheet of paper like this, and this is how they operate. I don't know what this specific piece of paper is used for. Maybe it's marketing and they use this as so that they know what to kind of put on the back end of the website, or maybe it's just a general schedule for people to have a look at and follow. So starting off in August, you can see we had the Israfil, and there was 2 foam runners which were going to be releasing. So they did plan a restock of those foam runners in August. You can see there's one in June, which was the normal release date, and there's one in August. So that was supposed to release, which is crazy, along with another color which looks similar to the leaks that we've seen of this other colorway of a Yeezy foam runner, where it's kind of like this maroonish color with some beige mixed in. Now I could be wrong about that, but that's what, from this tiny little extremely pixelated image that we have, that's what that kind of looks like. And of course at the end of August we had the Yeezy 700 Azareth, which we got. That was all good. Of course out in the US it was pushed over to September. Now moving over to September, of course we had the slides at the beginning of the month, and we had the Quantums. So those all released, Quantums coming back in a full family size run. That's all good. Now it moves over to the reflective and the non-reflective variants of the Yeezy 380 in the pepper colorway. So you can see the first one on the 11th there, that's the reflective pepper, and the full family size run is obviously the non-reflective versions. So we're getting the pepper Yeezy 380 this month, and both the Azrael and the Ophanium Yeezys are both going to be releasing in October. So far it is speculated that the Azrael Yeezy 350 is going to be releasing on October the 3rd. But again, that's all we know as of right now, and it is subject to change. Moving over to October, and it is looking pretty cool. We have the Abez Yeezy 350. So if you have a look at this Abez colorway, we've seen it quite a few times. We've seen the leaked images. It's kind of like this whitish, creamish yellow color, and I quite like it, but again, it's not that exciting because we've seen quite a few of those. Now it is saying October the 24th as far as we can see, but again, it's subject to change. Now after that, you can see there is another Yeezy 380. Now this one is not coming in full family size run, and it is also not coming in a reflective variant. So this is the calcite or the glow calcite version of the Yeezy 380. So from my understanding, this 380 is like a whitish color, and it's going to glow. So that's pretty cool. Something that's an all over pretty wearable colorway, and then when you step into the dark, it's gonna light up. Listen, I'm a big fan of all of these glowing shoes. I don't know why, it seems very gimmicky and weird, but I really like it for some reason. And that 380 is supposedly supposed to release on October the 31st, so I think that's around Halloween time, which I guess the glow could kind of fit in with that, maybe. Now after that, you'll see two different colorways of the foam runner. Now the first one is this navy blue color, which again, we've seen images of that. On this piece of paper, it says TBD, so to be determined when they're going to release that. I mean, it could be a shock drop, or they could just be figuring it out. Either way, there's two different colorways. Potentially October, we're going to be getting some more foam runners. So moving over to November, we've got some 380s, 350s, and some 700 V3s. You'll see those 380s are blacked out, and that's because it is the Onyx colorway of the Yeezy 380. So that's that all black colorway of the 380 with a slight kind of purplish tint to it. And of course you can see this is separated, like all 380s have been, into a reflective and a non-reflective variant. So the non-reflective will probably be a day before, and the full family size run of the non-reflective will be the day after. I can't really see what the release date says on that page. However, it is expected to come around Black Friday, so you can expect the reflective version to be either a day before or a day after that Black Friday release. Next up, we have the Yeezy 350 in the Yeezy colorway, or the Yeezy colorway. It's Y-E-C-H-E-R. Now this is that purplish color of the Yeezy 350. Not something I'm personally very excited about. I mean, I guess it could look better in hand. And it is kind of, I've seen some leaked images to show that it's got this kind of worn down or almost frosted look, which I think actually does look pretty cool. And that kind of frosted look could look really good on some colorways. I just don't think that this colorway is the best one. But that's just my opinion. Of course, if this is something you're particularly excited about, you can expect it in November. Now last up for November, we have the Yeezy 700 V3 in the Seraphim colorway. So this is that kind of predominantly yellow color of the Yeezy 700 V3. So you have a whitish or off-white midsole with, again, that kind of bone colored cage, and for the fabric material that you get on this one, it's coming in predominantly yellow. This is okay. If they toned down the yellow, if it comes in with a little bit more of a subtle yellow rather than a very bold, bright yellow, I think this could particularly be a really nice 700 V3, but if it's extremely yellow, no thank you. Now again, this is such a blurry image, I can't really see the release date, but it's looking like the Yeezy 350 is on the 11th, and the Seraphim is on the 14th of November. So again, grain of salt, but that's just some ballpark figures for when these could release. All right, now moving over to December, I don't know why they are slamming December with 14, according to this page, 14 different pairs of Yeezys that are going to be releasing just in December alone. So, you know, keep in mind everybody's going to be out Christmas shopping, so maybe they're just trying to stack it up so people are just getting a bunch of Yeezys for Christmas, but you've got 14 different options here. Some of these are region locked and some of these are TBD, so to be determined. Right, so I'm going to start with December down at the bottom with a zebra restock. Yes sir, another restock of the zebras. Now, I'm not too sure what number we're on now in terms of how many times this is restocked, but the last restock was out in Asia and Australia, and I don't think there's been an EU exclusive of these because, listen, I know they've released a million times, but I haven't got myself a pair. So considering this is EU and I am out here in the EU, I'm extremely happy that these are restocking. Now I understand if people are holding on to pairs, trying to sell them. Obviously that's very unfortunate for you if these are restocking, but for me, I haven't got myself a pair, so I'm gonna be happy with the opportunity of trying to get these for retail. So this restock is, again, keep in mind, EU only, and is looking to be happening on December the 10th. Now just above that we have the bread restock. So the Yeezy 350 V2 in the bread colorway. So this one is probably going to dominate the month of December in terms of hype because there's so much nostalgia towards this colorway, and it's just an incredibly good looking colorway of the Yeezy 350 V2. And that is looking to be probably the first release of December, coming in on the 5th. Right, so December the 11th, it's looking to be a region pack of the Yeezy 380. So we've got 3 different colorways that of course are going to be split up into 3 different regions. We've seen this with the Yeezy 350, specifically I think the last one was the tail light colorway, the earth brown, and the flax, I think. So those were the 350. I mean, we've seen quite a few region locked 350s before, and they're doing that with the 380 now as well. So we've got December the 11th, the EU is going to get this azure colorway, which is kind of like this purple tone with the blue, very deep blue scratch mark. So Asia Pacific will be getting the Lemon-Tay colorway, the LMNTE colorway. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Limelight, I don't know. Either way, Asia Pacific is getting this kind of mauve colorway where it's like this brown with a kind of neon green or almost highlight yellow scratch mark or semi-translucent stripe. And North America is getting the snot green colorway. Thank you, God. The snot green colorway is called Highlight, and that's going to glow, I think. But that is the regional pack that is going to be bestowed upon the world. These 380 colorways are just so, I don't even think I would wear hardly any of them. I really love this next one, and that is right at the top, the Yeezy 350 Elliot. So I know this is a 350 that is probably not going to get as much love as other sneakers in this month. That's fine. For me personally, this is something I really want. This is a mix between the clay Yeezy 350 and the earth brown. I didn't get either of those, and I love the tan or the darker muddy color that's on this one. So I'm 100% going to be going for that one. Now this one's looking to be releasing on December the 19th. Right at the top, if I'm not mistaken, or around that point. Keep in mind, closer to the time, all of these releases will be cemented and we'll have a much better idea. On the 21st, we have what I thought was the Yeezy 700 V3 in the Alba colorway. According to this picture, it is all blacked out and it looks pretty much identical to the Alba colorway. However, we're getting something called the Iramiel colorway. And this colorway is, again, I mean, it's so similar to the Alvas. I feel like it's, I don't know, it's so similar. Why? Why not just make something different? I don't know. Or just re-release the Alvas. But yeah, you're getting this kind of basically the Alva, but the knit material on just underneath the cage is going to have a slight brown hue to it. And then we have what I think is a really good looking pair of Yeezy Quantums, and that is this Cadmiel colorway. We've seen this pair of Quantums for a while now. Now it's an all blue or predominantly blue color of the Yeezy Quantum. I think it looks relatively cool. I mean, you can kind of expect something slightly similar to the Yeezy 700 V3 Azareth, but I mean, you know, I think it looks pretty cool. And that's coming on Christmas Day. So this Yeezy Quantum takes up 2 different slots on the December calendar, and that is the 24th and the 25th. So I'm assuming this is the performance and the basketball variant of the Yeezy Quantum. So you can expect one on Christmas Eve and the next one on Christmas Day. Now the 2 really exciting ones that I think are releasing hopefully this year, but they are again TBD, so to be determined. And that is the Yeezy 450 and the Yeezy 450 slides. So we've got the Yeezy 450, which looks very different on this piece of paper than it does in the images that we've seen or the leaks that we've seen. But either way, this slightly whiter variant of the Yeezy 450 is looking to potentially release at the end of the year. But again, we'll have to wait and see, because this very, very well could just be pushed back into 2021. Now again, just underneath that, we have the Yeezy 451 slide, or the 450 slide. And this is just a slide that I'm not a ginormous fan of, but nevertheless, I think it's pretty interesting to say the least. And this is coming in a little bit of a tannish colorway, because I mean, we've seen the white one, and the white one looks relatively normal, but this looks like a little bit more of a tan color. So that again is just right at the end of December. We'll just have to wait and to see how many of these we actually get. But that pretty much wraps up the Yeezy calendar. That's what we can expect this year. I don't think there's gonna be any surprises. I mean, this year we've had so many awesome sneakers, and it's really interesting to look at this image and remind yourself what has released this year. We've had so many crazy new models from Yeezy brand. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up the video. That's all the news I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me here for this video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you in the next one, but until then.